Welcome back to Between Bells. Last year, live music took a big hit, and many artists had to cancel or postpone their tours to 2022 in a way to make money. Many partnered with graphic novel company Z2 Comics to make money by creating unique comic book stories. Joining us now to talk about how the company has grown over the last year is Josh Bernstein, Executive Vice President of Z2 Comics, and Sridhar, Reddy, founder and publisher at Z2 Comics. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Such a pleasure to talk to you. Josh, let me start with you. Since last year, your company has increased revenue significantly. Why do you think your comics are so popular with readers?
These most rock stars and musicians themselves are larger than life characters. So, not too dissimilar than Superman or Batman or Spider-Man or Wonder Woman. So, I think there's a natural overlap and probably a Venn diagram of the same sort of universes that overlap. So, yeah, we found a great reaction to these fan bases, and the artists are probably just as excited as the fans are when these products get made.
So, Sridhar, to that question, how involved are all these artists in the actual storytelling process? Do they take a huge part in this?
Oh, absolutely. I think, it's one of the keystones of what we do is that there has to be almost full artist buy-in. We want our artists to be just as proud as, as they are about making their music. And so we spend a considerable amount of time just sitting with them and crafting these stories and making sure that it's an authentic product. We don't want to see our products as just merchandise. These are artistic extensions of the bands themselves.
So, Sridhar, staying with you, because I want to jump on that question a little more, dive in, I should say. Are there particular genres that resonate more with readers than others?
Not really. I mean, it's kind of nice that, we're engaging the fan base and not necessarily the genre. We've seen a lot of love from metal and hip hop, and I think it speaks to, fans really wanting to have a tactile, involved experience with what the band does. So, yeah, across all genres, we've done country, we've done hip hop, we've done rock, we've kind of spanned every genre, and successfully at that.
Someone who grew up on comics and still has Batman and Superman comics in the attic, I'm very excited about this. Josh, how significant is e-commerce in your business sales?
It's literally that has been the secret success. One of the I hate to say silver linings of the pandemic is the entire universe learned how to basically order food and supplies and anything to their houses, paper towels. While unfortunately everyone was trapped, getting e-commerce delivered to you and having a lot of time to actually have time on your hands to read opened up a whole other universe for us. So e-commerce is a huge part of our strategy. But even more exciting is knowing that with us, with the boosters coming out, and everything else, retail is reopening and concerts are happening again. So not only do we do great in e-commerce, but we see a great, wonderful world for us as these books get sold on tour and back in, and seeing all of our friends in retail reopen their stores and having, being able to have customers in there again. So yeah, e-commerce has been crucial to our business, 100%.
Well, not to mention how this could quickly become collector's items for so many fans of these musicians. And let's talk fashion, because Sridhar, you just did a partnership with fashion house Balmain for a new graphic novel. That's a huge deal. How did this partnership come about?
I think we've demonstrated over the past couple of years a real wherewithal on how to navigate digitally. We've developed our own proprietary digital technology for advertising and stuff in house, and it's been very effective. And so, Balmain was one of those projects that, fashion is. Fashion is always ahead of the curve. That's the whole point of fashion. And I think they saw us as a forward-thinking partner. And the book we created was a 10-year anniversary of Olivier Rousteing, who's that lead designer at Balmain. And I think to be able to tell his story in a very unique way, that is a collector's item. I mean, I have a copy of it right here. It's a beautiful book, and just to be able to have something tactile and beautiful really is kind of the same lane as fashion itself.
I got to be honest, after this show, I might be ordering that very book. So thank you for saying that. Josh, a lot of artists and musicians are jumping into the NFT space. Will Z2 Comics, can you see you guys making the same kind of jump in the future into NFTs?
Absolutely. When the NFT phenomenon sort of hit last year, we couldn't help but sort of chuckle a little that the main crux of what the philosophy is completely aligned with what we were doing all along, which is creating, unique, tangible, fungible experiences with audiences through art. And because everything that we do is hand drawn or hand painted and created from scratch, it creates a lot of limited edition items that naturally just dovetail with these products. So you're going to be seeing a lot of NFT releases from us in the coming year. And I feel like we, are going to be at the forefront of doing that. And the key to that, of course, is working very closely with that community. Much like we work with our artists, everything we do with our artists is 100% authentic and original to those musicians. We would have to do the same thing with the crypto community and involve them as well, because we want to do it correctly. But 100%, it's going to be a big part of our business. And furthermore, we're happy to work out a trade for a Balmain book for any of the books in your attic that you have stashed away.
I'm actually on your website right now. I mean, talk about a range of artists. We're talking RZA, Judas Priest, the Gorillaz. It can go from $24 to $500. Sridhar, any other artists that you want to work with next year? What's slated for 2022?
Oh, we have a massive slate, which, I'd love to reveal further, but probably the biggest slate that we've ever assembled, from all the way from classic rock, legends, all the way to the most contemporary artists. We're expanding into children's books. NFTs was another big one. We are a uniquely positioned company to make NFTs that actually can stand out from the crowd and are actually backed by, licenses and artists. So, we just announced today, actually this morning, our new Gorillaz book. It's a sequel to the Gorillaz book that we did. It's doing phenomenally well. But I wish I could give a name, but I think it's just more wait and see. There's a lot more coming from us.
Well, again, just going through your site, you guys have some incredible artists. Being a genuine comic book fan, I think this is amazing. Thank you so much for your time. We hope you come back, guys. Josh Bernstein, Executive Vice President of Z2 Comics, and Sridhar Reddy, founder and publisher at Z2 Comics. Such a pleasure. All right, more Between Bells coming up after a very quick break, including the top entertainment